But yeah, anyway guys, welcome to the first episode of Ruskiey Rambles, where I ramble about sort of video game related things, sort of consoles and whatnot. So yeah, let's get down with the first episode. So to start off with, they're going at each other's throats like a pack of angry wolves at the moment, Sony and Microsoft. Xbox One's E3 reveal was very disappointing, as we can all tell. But then sort of Sony came and then curb stomped them in the face, which is a bit of a brutal way, but the easiest way to describe it. The way they sort of put them down in their place, and they did everything, and then Sony made sure the PS4 did everything the Xbox One couldn't, but then Xbox One came back with a strike, which was that they took all the stuff, the region lock, the always online, the 24 hours required sign-in on Xbox Live. Apologies. So, it's sort of evening out slightly. It's becoming a tad more difficult to decide. But at the moment I'm going for the PlayStation 4. And I shall explain that in a minute. There's quite a controversial thing with the Xbox One, which is the Kinect cams, where sort of secret American governments, I believe, I'm not sure, but sort of people or sort of general security checks, they can look in on your Kinect camera and see what you're doing. And you could be doing anything. And you're on pleasant business and whatnot, but yeah, it's become a massive controversial thing and a serious invasion of privacy. In my opinion, it's kind of wrong, because you can't just, it's sort of like looking into someone's windows or being invisible. It's not the right thing to do. Regardless if you are a secret government, you should have at least a warning, like hey, someone's going to look in 5 minutes at your house through your Kinect cam, blah 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 blah, make sure you're still not naked or anything, or doing something completely absurd. So yeah, anyway, that's my opinion. What else was it? I forgot what I was going to say. That was it. Xbox One has the Kinect and PlayStation 4 has the pad in the middle. I mean, both games have got 8GB of RAM, which is going to provide a lot faster sort of gaming, and it's going to be a lot more responsive due to the RAM. I mean, they're going to be generally better consoles than the X360 and the PS3. But yeah, nevertheless. I forgot where I was. But on with the reason why I am going to get the PlayStation 4. I've been a big fan of Sony ever since I got my PlayStation 1, which was this is when sort of gaming started for me and stuff. I later got PlayStation 2 for my, I'm not sure what birthday, with the game Simpsons Hit and Run. So I've been a big fan of Sony. I currently have a PS3 as well. I've played the Xbox 360 and the controller is uncomfortable, and I dislike Microsoft's charge for prices. Despite the fact you're going to have to pay a small amount of money to get the best of the online gaming on the PlayStation 4, it's worth the money because it's going to be PlayStation Plus, which is access to early betas, your automatic uploads, yada yada yada, everything you got with PlayStation Plus. It's very good news, in my opinion anyway. And also you're going to be getting that once I think it's 2 or 3 free games every month. Like this month you've got 3 free games, which is totally amazing. And for paying £40 a year, you're getting copious, ridiculous, amazing amounts of games, especially if you have a 500GB PlayStation 3, which means you can have an entire arsenal of games on your console. So yeah. And the other reason is, the games on it. I've been a big fan of the Infamous series. Well, I've been a bit of a fan of the Halo series, despite the fact I haven't been. I am a PlayStation 3 gamer, but I sort of follow the story in that on YouTube. So yeah. Onto the Xbox One now, and raw decisions between them, which is, in my opinion, the Xbox One is a family console, something to sit in your front room for your family to play. So your sort of average mother, father, I don't know, I wouldn't say younger children because it's designed for people of all ages, but sort of, you know, it has the ability to watch TV on it. You can connect your cable through it for $5 a month. But then there's also the ridiculous prices. There's paying for the Xbox One subscription, which is $60 a month. No, it isn't. It's $59.99 a month. But then that includes the Xbox Live, so you're paying $60 a month or £50 a year, which, you know, is sort of a bit silly because you're only getting the online. Then there's paying for all the other features of it, which is going to, you know, that's the cable and everything else, which is going to make the most of the console, or make the console what it's worth. There's also having the Kinect always plugged in. Unfortunately, they didn't change that at all, which was extremely disappointing. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft do good computer software, but when it comes to video games, they charge ridiculous amounts of money and everything else. They charge, you know, ridiculous amounts of money, and, you know, it looks like a bulky VCR you'd find in an old man or a elderly person's house sitting under their TV. Well, that's my opinion anyway. I mean, at the moment it's sort of a, how can I say, it's a personal preference thing at the moment. You can't really decipher the two completely. Like, I know people who are going to purchase the Xbox One. I honestly think they're quite mad because they're going to have to be paying the Xbox One subscription and the Xbox Gold subscription. I'm not sure if that's actually true, if they are still charging those double subscriptions, but I know it's going to cost a considerable amount more on the to run a Xbox One online than it is to run a PlayStation 4 online. But then we also have sort of the headsets. The Xbox One comes with a standard headset, but then the PlayStation 4, Sony have tried to sort of reactivate, sort of change on that, and you sort of get a, it's the easiest way to show you. You get a headset like this, you know, your standard one, but it's going to be a lot better quality than these Samsung headphones, which is going to plug into the controller itself like the Xbox One did. There's also on the PlayStation 4 connectivity between the PlayStation Vita, or Vita, or however you like to pronounce it, between that and the PlayStation 4, where one of the things you can do is, say for example, your PlayStation is in your living room and you have family and friends coming over, I don't know, your aunt and uncle or close family friends, and you know, you're sort of getting out their way and stuff. What you can do is you can have your Vita by your side, you can sync them up, and you can take the game you were playing from your screen on your PlayStation 4 onto your Vita, which is quite stupendously amazing, as one is to say. Whereas the Xbox One cannot do that at all, which is disappointing, but you know, well, it's not really disappointing, it shows Sony have really pulled themselves out of the bag. There are other people who think the Xbox One's better, and then there are other people who think PCs are better. I mean, if you're a serious gamer and just mad about graphics and sort of textures, I find PC better for that. But then, I don't mind keyboard and mouse gaming, but then I prefer to have a sort of controller in my hand, per se. Don't even know what that means. So yeah, that's sort of a little rant about or rambling and stuff about the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. In my opinion, the PlayStation 4 tops out slightly above with its sort of connectivity and sort of on-control and touchpad. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, you have the ability to share games to your friends and screen share games to your friends as well, which you cannot do with the Xbox One. So for example, I'm playing Infamous Second Son, one of my friends is really stuck on a level, or Destiny or whatever game I'm playing on the PlayStation 4, and you know, they're really stuck, and so you know, I can go, hey, do you want some help? I can invite them to a screen share and then I can show them how to do it, which is kind of clever as well. So you know, yeah, anyway guys, that's about it for today for my first ramble. I hope you enjoyed, and you know, if you want to see more of my rambles and my wall of gaming, which I shall be doing very shortly, please click the subscribe button and you'll get some sweet ass stuff. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I've been Ruskiey22, and yeah,